Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Makal Kodash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that are pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. To the Akwat that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,000, 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel. My brother Yahshua, and shalom and salutations to you all. Ecclesiastes, Salah. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 5 and 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. Okay, you should know, right? Especially now. Okay, what should you know now? Not to be deceived. We're in the time of great deception. Okay, Matthew 24 and 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. So great deception is going on. Okay? False prophets. Matthew 24 and 11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Okay, so deception, all right, is the order of the day. All right? Decepticon. What is the definition of Decepticon? The Decepticons are a fictional faction of sentient robots. Are they fictional? In the Transformers multimedia franchise. Okay, so what is a Decepticon? Well, according to this, it's a sentient robot that looks like this. Let's see. Slovakia. Decepticons, which I don't know anything about, but just the name, right? Let's go back. Slovakia, bear with me. Okay, so this is Transformer, but fictional sentient robot or transforming robot character. Transforming robot character. It means designed to deceive or mislead either deliberately or inadvertently. Okay? Decepticon. The act of deceiving or the state of being deceived. Something that deceives. Trick. Okay? The act of deceiving or the state of being deceived. Okay, so with that said, this is my boy Hustle, bitch. He to cut it down. He's just Hustle now. But I mean, what does this mean? We're clearly watching a movie, and we're in the point that is being made right now. Okay, does this mean anything? Who is Joe Biden dead? All right, we don't know. Why? Because everything, all right, strawberry fields, nothing is real. Okay? Nothing. All right, so we're going to watch this. It's 11 minutes long. I don't know if we'll watch the whole thing, but just, the level of deception, just by watching this, lets you know, right, the movie that we're watching is all deception. And you have to have your spiritual discernment. You have to have your spiritual eyes and ears, all right? So let's just watch this. It doesn't mean anything, and I don't know if he's alive, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that we know they're lying, okay? That's what we know, okay?
Well, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.
Well, it looks like Joe Biden predicted his own future demise 4 years ago. In a shocking turn of events, President Joe Biden has decided not to seek re-election. The big guy himself has stepped down, leaving the Democratic Party scrambling to regroup and rally behind their new nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris. Joe Biden officially withdrew from the race on Sunday, July 21st, which, believe it or not, was National Ice Cream Day. He announced it via a post on X with a signed letter on unofficial letterhead. But who exactly was it signed by? Social media has been ablaze showing why this signature does not belong to Joe Biden. At first, I didn't think much of this, but upon further review, holy shit. This was a legit coup today. It's not his signature. This is a blatant criminal forgery and a coup. Why no word from Biden himself?
I don't know what this guy's about to say, but that's compelling and it's significant. What is actually going on? Do we know? All right, that's compelling evidence, even though it doesn't mean anything.
Biden himself. In the fog of the assassination attempt, the Democrats initiated a coup, analyzing the last 5
And it is a coup, right? What's really going on? This dude was adamant about not dropping out and whatever else he's got going on. But hey, the Clintons, the Obamas, and whoever is whatever's going on that we can't even begin to understand, because these devils are playing a real cutthroat type game. And hey, they might have had to put this nigga down, and I don't know. I'm just saying, look at all of this. Look, this is clearly not the same. These are the same. Okay. This doesn't pass nothing. The nothing test. Where's the junior? Is that junior? Joe Biden? J.R. Biden Jr.? Where's that? Where's the junior? At least.
Orders that were signed by Biden, you can clearly see just how different the signature is on his withdrawal letter. 81 million votes and the latest guarantees to stay in the race, and suddenly you announce you're quitting via press release? Coup! Let's recap this historic day. Joe Biden suddenly resigns via X. White House staff find out 1 minute later. Joe Biden resignation letter not on official letterhead. Biden's signature suspect. Underlined, Steve Ricchetti helped write letter. Jill Biden tweets heart emoji response. White House wipes Biden's schedule. White House Chief of Staff calls cabinet, manages communications. Frank Biden confirms health a factor. Family suggests Biden may have terminal illness. Joe Biden holds no live press conference. Where is Joe? Just another perfectly normal day in Biden's America. Only minutes after he dropped out of the race, there was already a Hulu special about it.
Just released and just happened.
Tell me our government's rigged without telling me our government's rigged.
Vivek Ramaswamy had already revealed the Joe Biden conspiracy back in November of 2023.
I also want to close with one message to the Democrat Party. End this farce that Joe Biden is going to be your nominee. We know he's not even the president of the United States. He's a puppet for the managerial class. So have the guts to step up and be honest about who you're actually going to put up so we can have an honest debate. Biden should step aside, end his candidacy now, so we can see whether it's Newsom or Michelle Obama or whoever else.
Right,
just tell us the truth so we can have an honest debate.
Vivek posted, if cognitive impairment was their issue with Biden, then choosing Kamala is either an irony or a head fake. Charlie Kirk tweeted, got a weird lead on a story that people should look into. I got a call from a source close to Las Vegas Metro. The official story was that Joe Biden's trip was cut short last week due to COVID. However, according to this source, U.S. Secret Service informed Las Vegas Metro that there was an emergency situation involving Joe Biden and to close necessary streets so that POTUS could be transported immediately to University Medical, which they began to do in earnest. Then mysteriously, there was a stand-down order and the USSS informed local Vegas Vegas PD that they were going to medevac POTUS to Johns Hopkins, which they presumed meant fly him back east ASAP. Apparently, the rumor mill in the police department was that Joe Biden was dying or possibly already dead. I didn't think too much about this lead. Seemed too wild to be true, but given that Joe Biden has been out of public sight for days and dropped out of the race via an X post, and his brother James indicated health was a factor, I'm beginning to grow more curious if COVID or something else has been more serious than reported. I want to hear if there's more to the official story than what they're telling us. If you remember, on July 5th, Laura Loomer posted a detailed story about a medical emergency on Air Force One, stating Joe Biden is reportedly having a medical emergency on Air Force One right now. Press access has been removed.
Let me tell you what's going on at that level. This dude is like this. Look, no, I'm not doing nothing. And all the people around him are like this. Man, if you don't quit tripping, we gonna have to, hit you with the heart attack gun or hand you a pill or something. Nigga, do you want a smoothie? So, I mean, you could take that dude down, then continuity of government, you can lie and say anything. Well, after he died, we had to continue on and we couldn't tell the truth. We had to, come with an official story and something ain't right. Something is not right. So
Biden out of the race, Vice President Kamala Harris is now the Democratic nominee. She's been busy rallying her troops and preparing for the upcoming election.
So now that the process is played out, from the grassroots bottom up, we are here today to throw our support behind Vice President Kamala Harris. I'm clapping. You don't have to. Vice President Harris will beat Donald Trump and become the next president of the United States of America. Applause. Hakeem.
look at these psychopaths, right? These people are really deranged.
Immediately after Biden withdrew from the race, the entire Democrat war.
Hey, it's JD.
Slovakia. And they're just bombarding. She does a commercial right before this comes on. So it's all this crazy.
The entire Democrat war machine got behind his replacement, Kamala Harris, who had a very awkward phone conversation with Joe that many are also proving was fake after hearing her slip up and start to say recording instead of phone call.
It is so good to hear our president's voice. Joe, I know you're still on the call, and we've been talking every day. You guys heard it from Doug's voice. We love Joe.
And we've been talking every day. They probably ain't talked at all. That nigga probably down goes Biden, right? Why would she say that if she's ad-libbing? When she ad-libs, boy.
Recording instead of phone call.
It is so good to hear our president's voice. Joe, I know you're still on the call, and we've been talking every day. You guys heard it from Doug's voice. We love Joe and Jill. We really do. They truly are like family to us. And we need everybody here to.
It's mutual.
I knew you were still there. You're not going anywhere, Joe.
I'm watching you, kid. I'm watching you, kid. I love it.
I love you, Joe.
IT expert Matthew Sabia revealed that there is a 98% possibility that the White House used a popular AI voice cloning tool for Joe Biden's call to Kamala Harris.
I know yesterday's news is surprising and it's hard for you to hear, but it was the right thing to do. I know it's hard because you poured your heart and soul into me.
Okay, let's just go on old 11 Labs and see if that's really all they probably used for this. So, upload. There we go. And let's see what we got. Yeah, it looks like they didn't even really try.
So the level of deception needs to be considered. We don't know. This is what we do know. If they wanted to deceive you, it wouldn't be hard in today's world. Okay? That's the point of this video. Right? Let no man deceive you. Do you see this? Okay? And you have to consider, right? Well, it don't mean nothing if you... Look, what did the scripture say? It said, be not ignorant of anything in a large matter or in a small, paraphrase. Okay? So is this large or small? If this dude, they had to put his ass down so that they can, do what they got to do. Who are you dealing with? All right? Did they have to off this nigga to, it's a coup. What do you think a coup is? Right? Coup de grace. Coup d'etat. Right? We had to look that up. Decapitate. What does that mean? When you stage a coup, you're decapitating what? You're taking out the present leadership and replacing it with the one that you want. Okay? Which sometimes, requires that you unalive somebody. All right? Is this what this looks like? Or is this more of the show? Right? Because what are you dealing with? What if the whole Trump situation on Friday the 13th of July, right? What if that was a stage show? All of this is a stage show. Okay, so we'll just keep watching and consider.
Watching, you hear this clapping? Can you see it?
I'm watching. I'm watching.
I knew it.
Here are just a few of the old videos of Kamala that are circulating on social media this week.
Long before she met Doug Emhoff, she dated some prominent men, including in 2001, former talk show host Montel Williams. Back then, he was the famous one and had to introduce her to the pop.
Have you heard about
Salakia. We're going to keep going with this because, it's crazy. It gets crazy.
Introduce her to the paparazzi.
She's moving like a Jake a little. Except for clapping up.
Robbie Starbuck tweeted, just a quick timeline for everyone to consider. Biden says 20 times that he's not dropping out and that he won't be pushed out by party elites. He gets COVID, goes out of sight for a few days. His campaign co-chair says emphatically that Joe is not leaving the race, period. A few hours later, his X account posts that he is leaving the race via a screenshot document with absolutely no proof that he's behind it.
You don't really, as the president of the United States, you don't dictate policy or leave your position on social media. It's just bad. Come on. That right there reeks of foul play. It's just too much. This is how American politics is handled now. Look at America. This is how you do it, or do you question and say, well, something ain't right, something ain't going, something. This is crazy.
Biden's campaign aides and staff say that they found out via X, not from the Bidens. 24 hours later, Joe still hasn't shown his face to confirm that it's his statement, but Kamala secured enough delegates to be the nominee within those 24 hours since his post. Joe Biden's X account now has a Kamala ad as his profile header. Their campaign headquarters has been redone to eliminate Biden's name. Kamala holds a small event where she begins to say he's on a record, then says phone, and we hear a strange back and forth that feels totally unnatural. All of this via phone like we're living in the 1940s glued to the radio for news. No visual is shown of him. All of this occurs with no proof that it's Joe. Maybe he did this, but even if he did, this is bizarre, and yet the media is pretending it's normal. None of this is normal. Thank God we have X, so they can't control this entire narrative. Eventually, all of it will fall apart.
Watch. Okay, so we are going to watch. We're going to keep our eye on it and continue, See, because everything that was hidden, what? It's coming to the light. All right? Everything is coming out now. You can't hide shit no more. All right? Paradigm shift is going on.
White House says Biden has COVID, while many others believe he suffered a stroke.
At his beach house, and we did know he wasn't wearing a mask there when he came down the stairs, but it does appear once he gets in the car that he puts that mask on.
Puts the mask on. It appears that he might be getting a little help just getting into the car there. Hard to make out through the rain what exactly is going on there, but it does look like certainly the president's feeling the effects of early in the stages of COVID, and many of us have been there, so we do wish him a speedy recovery. John Carl, you're reporting earlier on World News Tonight, getting some pickup tonight across several news outlets. You reported on this meeting that Chuck Schumer had with President Biden. This was Saturday, and it was not long before the...
According to the White House physician, Joe Biden completed his 10th dose of Paxlovid. Paxlovid contains an HIV protease inhibitor with a black box warning. In other words, it's also poison.
Fair use, fair use. This is not me.
Paxlovid, what a horrible drug. 44 severe drug reactions. Okay, ivermectin has 0 severe drug interactions. So, and one of those interactions is with statins, which is the most widely prescribed drug in our country, and you cannot take statins with Paxlovid. Toxic to the liver and kidneys. It contains an HIV drug with a black box warning in it. It leaves a very metallic taste in the mouth. It's poorly tolerated. It's been shown to have increased risk of rebound infection. And then a treatment course costs about $530. So really a trash drug.
Paxlovid, once considered a wonder drug to beat back COVID-19, may not be so mighty after all. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine on Wednesday suggests the antiviral drug does little or nothing for both fully vaccinated or unvaccinated people who have at least one risk factor for severe COVID.
People are now asking the very important question: how long has Joe Biden been dead?
Can you tell me this is normal? Look at his forehead. This is bullshit. That's a mask. That's a skin mask. It ain't normal. Look at it.
North Carolina. And he was a very conservative guy. He was very, very...
Oh my gosh, that's a mask. Holy cow.
All right, so there you have it. There you have it.
$10 can help fund...
Now they're just pushing this, which, how long has this been the plan, right? Has it been the plan? And then they had him come out, let's see, and don't look like him at all. Let's see, Joe Biden. Surfaces. After bowing out of race. Now let's see if it looks like him at all. 3 weeks, 18 hours. Returns to Washington. One day news after withdrawing. So apparently this is him. Showed his face. He's strolling. He's pimping. He ain't stumbling. He ain't fumbling. That might be the real Joe. Look at his forehead.
Mr. President, what will your message be tomorrow night? What will your message be tomorrow night? Will you come speak with us? What are you going to tell Americans tomorrow night? Why did you drop out, Mr. President? Why did you drop out of the election? Was it a difficult decision to make?
Okay, so they got body doubles. They got robots. They got clones, right? So I wanted to say something real quick about King BB coming to jail. King BB is speaking today, and we shouldn't be ignorant about that either. Let's get that again real quick. Sirach 5:15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. So BB, right, is going to speak today. And they had some sort of small insurrection on Capitol Hill yesterday. Slovakia. Look at Jake. Jake traveling now. Come on now. So let's look into that real quick. You should know, got to be
that ongoing war in Gaza. We are expecting, House Speaker Mike Johnson has said, the Capitol Police, etc., are expecting wide-scale protests tomorrow. But what we weren't expecting, guys, was those protests to begin today as they have.
Right, we've seen this at colleges and universities and in towns and cities as well across the country, obviously, as that war has...
So this is huge, okay? You got a war criminal. You got a bona fide war criminal coming, right? And you're big up in him, right? This dude is in the middle of a genocide, and you're welcoming. He's coming over here. You're probably going to give him a whole bunch of money, and like they do with Zelensky. He comes and he goes to Congress or whatever, and they bow down to him and praise him, and then they give him a whole bunch of money. Isn't that how they do it? Look at this. That's in the rotunda right there. This is civil unrest. Let's see.
President Joe Biden also apparently on Thursday will head to Mar-a-Lago to meet with former President Trump. Give us a status check here on these protesters there at the camp.
See, they're cuffing and stuffing them right there. So let me go back here real quick. So what did Bernie have to say? Weekend at Bernie's. Not him, but actual Bernie Sanders. Let's see, Slovakia. Your boy Bernie Sanders called him a straight war criminal, which he is. Let's watch this real quick. So,
to the best of my knowledge, however, tomorrow will be unique in bringing Prime Minister Netanyahu to address a joint meeting of Congress. It will be the first time in American history that a war criminal has been given that honor. Frankly, this invitation to Netanyahu is a disgrace and something that we will look back on with regret. Madam President, I think we all agree that Israel had the right to defend itself against the horrific Hamas attack on October 7th. But Netanyahu's extreme right-wing government has, since that attack, waged what amounts to a total war, against the entire Palestinian people, making life unlivable in Gaza and killing tens of thousands. These actions have trampled on international law.
You didn't say the G word, though. Okay. Now, what's going on here? Yeah, so that guy is here to speak today, right? And ain't nobody saying nothing about it. Okay? Where's that? Butcher in chief. Okay? Times of India 10 hours ago. Times of India. This is 10 hours ago. Americans revolt against Netanyahu's U.S. Congress address. Watch. says, according to reports, pro-Palestinian groups are all set for a massive demonstration. Where's all the press? Okay. Who's covering this? Anybody? It's going on today, and this is huge, okay? Adolf Schicklgruber is being outdone, right? Today, not in 45, now. And nobody's saying nothing, right? So it kind of, it exposes, what was said that happened during World War II. It exposes that how real is it if you can do this today? How real was that? All right. Going back to what? Deception. You see this? You can conduct a genocide in 2024 in front of everybody. Nobody's saying nothing. This guy's here. You're giving him money. You're praising him. You're going to bow down to him how many? 52 times? You're going to stand and give him a standing ovation. What's going on? What is going on? Fair use for all of this stuff. All right. So don't be deceived. All right. What's going on is this. Then shall that wicked, right? We had the falling away first. Falling away first. What's going on? 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. There it is. That's the spirit. I didn't go there for this. I came to this precept not for what the whole lesson is about. I came for this, and that man of sin be revealed. All right? So, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, 70 AD. We went through that. Okay, look at it. We're in bad condition right now. We're in bad case. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Who is that man of sin being revealed? Where's BB? Okay. Amalek, starting with you on down, that man of sin. All right, so we're going to end it right there. Let no man, let's go back. Hey, where did we come from? 2 Thessalonians. Do not let anyone deceive you in any way. Don't be fooled by what they say. Okay? We're in the day of great deception. Let no man beguile you. The wiles of the devil. Right? Wile-E. Wile-E Coyote. Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High that ye may be able to stand against the wiles, the devil's schemes, okay, the strategies. What is his strategy? I'm going to kill you and I'm going to deceive you. I'm going to deceive you and then I'm going to kill you. Those are his schemes. Deceit. Deceive. Okay? Tactics. What are his tactics? Well, I got this sword, and nigga, I'm more subtle than any beast of the field. All right? The wiles, the stratagems. That's Wile-E. You pull out a little chalkboard and get to strategizing. The stratagems. All right? So with that, we hope that the electorate deception is at an all-time high. That keeps coming up with me, apparently. The last 3 videos have been about deception. So you got to understand that it's at an all-time high that you got to consider. Well, I talked to him the other day. You talked to Crazy Joe, when that was AI. Okay? You got to consider these things, all right? It's a different world right now. This he's got 5 more minutes to play in his heaven, which is coming down quick. So with that, we hope that the electorate edified you, brothers and sisters. Shalom.